Hi again. Remember the conversation I had with the brand new caseworkers about a year ago? They're both still here. Turnover has slowed down a little in this past year, and we've gained Steven and Rosa. Having them share the perspective of lived experiences has made us a little more successful in our outcomes. We did lose a few staff who weren't comfortable working with families in a different way, and we may lose more. But our new staff learned to practice in a more supportive way from the beginning. Let's check in with Angela, Laurence, and our newest caseworker, Tyler. Hi, everybody. How are things going?
Great. Tyler's asking us a few questions about the family meeting she just observed.
Really? I'd love to hear about it.
It was pretty cool. We had a bunch of people there. The dad was kind of defeated when we got started, but his father reminded him how well he and his wife could handle stuff before they got caught up with drugs. The mother's still incarcerated. The caseworker will meet with her soon, too. But her parents were there, and they worked with the team to figure out how they could keep the kids safe at home while the parents get treatment and work on their plan. They all got to meet the resource parent and visit the kids after the meeting. Stephen is working with one of the sisters so she can get certified and the kids can move in with her.
So different than how we were doing it a year ago. I often met with just the mother. It sounds like it went really smoothly.
Oh, don't get me wrong, there were a few tense moments, but Rosa had talked with all of them ahead of time. For the most part, they put their anger aside and focused on how to get things done to keep the kids safe at home, and talked through what the parents need and what the sister would need to be the kinship caregiver. Dad seemed full of hope when he left. The caseworker was really great about keeping the tone positive and focused on finding solutions. She said it was something you all worked on together.
Yes, the supervisors had started using a coaching model with us. It worked so well that they gave us the training to use those skills with families. Like they ask us, what's going well? What are you worried about? What do you want to work on? And we ask families the same thing.
You learn it in training, but it can be awkward when you try it out with a family. And old habits are hard to break. So we talk about it in group supervision and help each other find what works. As we get better at it, we build better relationships with families. Talking with you makes me realize how much has changed in a year. Helping families through tough times is challenging, but I feel like our practice matches our vision and mission better. We work with families more, and what we do makes them stronger.
What's so different now than when you guys started?
A lot, to be honest. I wasn't so sure about it when I first arrived. I was starting a new career after getting my MSW, and it wasn't what I had expected. But the improvement work group asked us what we thought was holding us back. Now, when we discover something works to connect us to families, we get to do more of it. Our management listens to our ideas and lets us try new things.
Like what?
Well, we liked learning and getting help from each other, so they added regular group supervision so we can share our challenges and generate solutions together. Kind of like in the family meeting you were just telling us about.
I can see how that works. Rosa seems to be a big part of building trust with the family.
You're absolutely right. A lot of good things have come out of having the family and kinship partners. It helps to talk to someone who's been in your situation and come through the other side. They do an awesome job of connecting families and encouraging them to come to the table to work with us.
Having Rosa and Steven around in the office changed us too. They make us more aware of how we talk about and act with families we work with. We're more open and engaging. It's not us versus them. It's like we're one team. The more we work and plan together, the better we support families.
What else has changed this year?
Well, we started paying attention to more of our successes. We noticed that we had celebrations for adoption finalizations, but we hadn't been paying attention to reunifications. Now we celebrate when children get to go home to their families, too.
Management has set up a way for families to give feedback to their workers and share examples of how the worker made a difference in their life. That really makes a tough job a little bit easier. The work is still a little overwhelming at times, but I feel like we're part of a bigger team and we're all pulling in the same direction. I think it's making a difference. It feels better to work here.
Feels better to me too, Laurence. Changing the way we supervise and manage reinforces the changes to our culture, how we are engaging our families, and how we work to keep children connected to their families and community. Hearing you talk about it makes me realize that the shift we're making in the agency culture and climate is real.
I heard we're getting a new director pretty soon. How will that change the way we work?
I hope we can show the new director how the changes we have made are pushing us in the right direction. Change takes time, and with each improvement, we uncover new areas to work on and new challenges. To ensure we don't lose ground, we include our partners as we change and embed our good practices in policy and long-term plans. We keep checking in with our staff and our data and make course corrections. Like I said to our leadership last week, this is a story of how we are becoming a family-friendly agency. It's a process, not a destination. They've supported our work throughout this year and want us to champion our work in other areas of our state. Thanks for coming along with us. To help get you started, check out the other resources in the Becoming a Family Focused System series.